Shut that door.
Shut that door!
Do we want to do that?
It's alright. Let's risk it.
Alright.
Alright. Welcome, Strategy Battle Games, to another GBHL YouTube video. You're here with your host, GBHL Damian.
And GBHL Tom.
And this is episode 76 of The Palantir. Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes. 2 weeks in a row. It's been a while, right?
Miracle.
Indeed, it is a miracle. But we are
It's been
back.
a week.
No, it's been a while, I think, since we did 2 in a row.
I know.
That's what I was going. You know?
Yeah.
Okay, that was a joke.
Troll.
Stop! Don't. You're trolling us now. That's helpful. That is great. Crashing on
Yes.
with tedious predictability into the tea toast. Who was it? That was intentional. Who was it with last week, Tom?
It was with James Long's Ellie.
James Long's Ellie.
It was a wonderful person in her own right, as you like to say.
Yeah, she's not James Long's Ellie, she's Ellie Taylor.
Yeah.
And she did indeed pass the tea toast on in quite spectacular fashion. So well done, Ellie, big fan of the show. I mean, the wardrobe is more interesting in your face, but we should probably correct that. If I could just find it, Ellie said...
I have so many messages I have to scroll through to find it.
No. You know that bit where you said, have you got it?
Is
and I
that
went,
one
yeah.
right at the top?
Is it top? Is that one? It's that one.
The one right at the top. You haven't had any
She
messages.
says, I've been thinking long and hard over who to pick for my award.
Long.
Although I would like a trophy too. Ellie, we will. There is a trophy coming, as I believe I said. It's probably brown and frog-shaped. I have decided to keep it amongst the long-suffering women who have to put up with everything Lord of the Rings, and so I pick your Emma, my captain,
She has to
my king.
put up with a lot.
For A, putting up with GBHL, etc., and B, for carrying your child, because that deserves an award in itself. The award is the child. Indeed. Emma. I don't know, has she had it before? Not sure if she had it before. Probably.
Yeah.
Everyone's had it, right? But yes, it's with Emma, my Emma. I would say make sure you pass it on next week, but there is not a chance in hell she's watching this. So, if only, hopefully, I'll find a way to get the message to her. It's indeed with Emma, and hopefully she'll pass it on next week. Although I think she's already said it's not with Emma, it's with our unborn child. She's given it to Chip. Indeed, Chip is the name of our unborn child as of yet. So hopefully Chip will pass it on before James Long.
Right, brilliant.
Is James becoming like a meme for any time anyone says long? It's a very strange thing. So yes, there is a tea toast. Thank you very much, Ellie.
Yep. Okay.
Emma was very excited.
Yes, indeed. What did we talk about last week, Damian?
Big catch up and the doubles review. Doubles review.
Yep.
Doubles review.
Balganazag, I think David Reed thought it was a bit filthy.
Yeah. That's what that army is. It's utter filth.
But also thank you very, 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 very much, everybody who passed on their congratulations. There were a lot of you, and that made up the majority of the comments for the skit.
I understand.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks. You're all lovely. It's very sweet of you to pass on such lovely things. It really means a lot to me and Emma, and I'm sure it was nice for Tom to hear people pretending they cared about his news.
It was indeed.
But we're all grown up now. It's quite exciting. We can say it on here now. You're getting married. Congratulations.
Yay.
It's been a while.
You're having a baby.
Yeah, we kind of knew this stuff. I think both of these things were relatively close together.
Yeah.
About 3 months ago?
Yeah.
Or something? I can't remember when it all came out. And then we were kind of waiting, always waiting. We had to wait for the whole kind of 3 month scan thing.
Yeah.
And then waiting for a Palantir where we were doing a sketch. And we wanted to do that sketch for ages.
Yeah.
We've had it like planned and ready to go for about 2 months, but just didn't have the episode.
How many needed your bedroom to be done?
Yes, actually, absolutely, we needed the bedroom done. So yeah, it's nice to be out there with our nerd friends now, with our exciting news all round, and yeah, exciting times ahead.
So yes, thank you very much, guys. Okay, and yes, people very much enjoyed skit and outtakes. It seems.
I fell into a hat stand.
Yeah.
There's 3 outtakes on there. Don't forget your.
Yeah, there's that too.
Great reaction.
I'll blank that one. Alright, so other than that, there's been some comments on Damian's socks, or just socks in general.
Oh, brilliant! They're gone.
Larry Miller is also a big fan of not wearing socks when he doesn't need to.
See, and he drinks whiskey, he knows what's up.
And John McConnell has given you
there's
a link to socks.
Yeah. It's good, thank you.
Some nice socks.
You're missing the point. That's the opposite of what I want.
Nice socks.
I wouldn't appreciate them. It's like, I don't think, it's like a person who doesn't like watches buying a really nice watch. It's like I go, I don't like them. I appreciate the gesture, I really do, but I don't have a problem with the quality of my socks.
I don't think the socks will be as expensive as a nice watch.
Depends on the socks.
Okay. Anyway, moving on from Damian's socks for this week.
Sock section.
Sock section. Errata. Damian's favourite section.
I think we've forgotten to do a disclaimer for a few weeks, haven't we?
Yeah, that's your
What's
job.
the name of that sock company?
That.
Oh god. Particularly if you're new to the Palantir, everything you're about to hear for the next hour or so is only our own views and opinions that do not represent the views of the GBHL podcast or the Great British Hobby League or any other formal body or institution such as argylesocks.co.uk. So basically, if you're new to the show, these are our own witterings
and errata on Damian's website is actually AK.
You told me it! Don't say errata on my website, you said it's that!
That's the name of the...
You pointed to the word argyle.
Maybe that's just a type of sock. Who knows?
The argyle cut.
Yeah. Anyway, cheers John McConnell and Larry. Errata. Zarfangel and Landibert both said that the German word for bow is actually bogen.
Nah, it's bow. Bogen, excellent.
Yeah.
Meine Bogen has grossig. No, I can't do that right.
No. But apparently there is no German translation of the book as yet, so Bard would have a bow anyway. Because
isn't
it's all in English.
Die Buchen. Die Buchen.
Yeah, but they haven't released any German version of it.
Oh, if they're back again?
Yes.
I thought you meant there's no German translation of the book.
Oh, right, no.
Good. Trebier.
And apparently Top Table Wargaming, when they said James Long brilliant, weren't referring to the fact that James Long was potentially brilliant. It was more the fact that he uses the word brilliant all the time, which, now I've thought about it, makes complete sense.
Yeah, he does say brilliant a lot.
Yeah. Whilst laughing.
Brilliant.
So yeah, cheers Steve. On to...
I like the fact that he wanted to make it clear that he wasn't saying James was brilliant at all costs. I don't want you to get the wrong idea here.
Well, he also his reason was twofold. One, that James Long wasn't brilliant, and two, that I just...
You missed it. And he'd done a funny joke.
Yeah.
Yeah. I go, Tom!
Yeah, exactly.
I've been funny.
Been funny.
I've been funny, mate. He says Charles, apparently.
That is definitely how Steve sounds.
Yeah, that's what he sounds.
Trivia section.
Trivia section.
Damian, what did you ask last week?
Last week I asked how many profiles were in this book, and I specified it as things you could buy, like profiles. They had a name and you could buy them for your army. How many were there in total in this now redundant out of this book?
Not
is
redundant at Cardiff.
Yes, indeed. This book is
Bin it.
What do they call it? Not out of print. What do they call it? Fallen Necromancer stuff.
Non-canon.
No one's ever called it non-canon. You're crazy drunk.
They're
not
obsolete.
Obsolete? Is it obsolete? I thought it was different one, but it's new. It's not new anymore.
Old.
Yeah.
Out
that was the word I was struggling for.
You're
Old.
out of.
You know what I mean? Isn't there a term for that? For like the blue book? What is the blue book? I don't know. Comment, but that's my trivia question.
No.
Anyway, isn't that strange that this book it's not current anymore? Wow, amazing. Anywho, how many profiles in it? Do you want hilarious answers or do you?
My answer. We have no hilarious answers.
No hilarious answers.
592 is my guess.
592 is close. It's amazing you don't win all the Freddos. It truly is. The correct answer was 31. And 31. I'll qualify that for anyone who got it right or wrong. It's because the white warg counts because it has a profile, it is a name, and it's got a points value. So that's one. And the eagle from Radagast Eagle doesn't count because it's included in the Radagast on Eagle profile. So that's how I got to 31.
So we have a total of just one winner.
One winner?
Just one.
Really? Brilliant.
Lots at 30. But for 31, the winner is Don BR. Who
Don BR?
I presume is Don Barnett.
Oh! Congrats, Don. Now you need to import yourself a Freddo. They haven't counted.
No, it probably isn't because it's Dom. So probably Dominic. So probably not Don.
Oh.
I just misread. So well done, other.
Also, still well done to you.
Still well done to you.
Congratulations. Enjoy your Freddo if you choose to buy it.
Yes. And my question was, name the two dwarves who wore yellow hoods and can play the flute. And the answer
we did clarify.
Yes, the answer is Damian?
Yellow hoods and can play the flute. Biff and Bofa.
It is Biffer and Bofa.
Ah, smashed it!
And winning themselves the chance to buy themselves a Freddo are Andreas the Norwegian Viking, Duncan Mick, and Star Fox.
Well and me. So that was a genuine guess that time. Sometimes we know each other's
After a man
answers.
who's looked at the comment review.
I looked at the comment review. I went on the colour of the Thorns Company clothing and figured they'd be cousins or something. I just want to say cousins or something because I know Larry will kick off.
So yes, well done. And now
I'm going to go and buy myself a Freddo.
Yeah, and talking of buying Freddos, Tom Candlin said he dutifully went to Spar and bought himself 2 Freddos after his success last week. He said his kids were upset that he didn't buy them any, even when he pointed out that they hadn't got any trivia questions correct.
Quite right.
I love
what
that.
Have you done?
Yeah.
What have you done? That is brilliant.
We'll get a question right next week.
Get a question right. What's wrong with you?
So
not hard.
Brilliant. Trivia question for this week though, Damian.
Indeed, and my trivia question, I've got an original idea, and I decided that this week, because this lovely new book is out, that I would make my trivia question from the new book. I thought that'd be a nice and no, I thought that'd be a nice and original idea, and that was what I thought about when I was coming up with my trivia question for this week. And my question
was my idea.
My trivia question. And so my question for this week is: we all know there's lots and lots of scenarios inside this lovely, gorgeous smelling new book. But there is a section in there called Erebor, which is essentially all the scenarios that form the Battle of the Five Armies. As in the battle rather than the film.
Okay.
And there's a double page spread set around the mountain, and it lists all the scenarios and it says Erebor at the top. And
yes.
Lists them. And my question is, how many scenarios from the new book is the battle split up into? So we're not counting Dol Guldur or Fire and Water or anything like that. The ones that form the actual big battle. How many separate scenarios form the big battle in this new book? As ever, if you're new to this, we know that most of you will have this book. You may not look at it. You just gotta take a punt now. Well, everyone can look at it. We understand that.
And if you don't have the book, just make an educated guess.
Indeed.
Like
or just 582. So yeah, that was my question. First trivia question ever from the new book. A bit of an original idea from you there, Tom. Your trivia question this week.
It involves the book.
The new book.
Yeah, the new book.
Oh, that's a shame. Seems a bit obvious now, doesn't it?
To see at this level. My question is, in the new fantastic army list, Azog's Legions,
found in The Hobbit, Motion Picture Trilogy, there and
how many unique profiles can you get into your army if you're just selecting from that faction? So So basically, it's how many things are listed under that army list.
Heroes and warriors.
Yes.
At least
592.
At least 2.
At least 2.
You have
Azog and Legion.
Yeah, that's a good trivia question.
Topical. That is trivia section.
Trivia section
For this week. So yes, other comments that we have. Larry Miller saying, looking forward to the next Palantir post new book.
It's here.
Well, we've already had trivia on that, so
we have to post him a new book. Don't post him by yourself.
Which probably will feature lots of discussion of the new 50-point lists. Lots of new Lake Town ones off the top of my head.
Yeah, all the kids. They're great.
And David Murphy also said someone paint up some Iron Hills dwarves for the next 50-point bat rep and watch them wreck those Gundabats.
No. Given that it's happening in half an hour, I'm going to say that's not going to happen because my Iron Hills dwarfs, gorgeous as they are, currently look like this.
Just slap some paint on that.
Yeah.
Whilst we're talking.
Now they said they want them to look like I've painted them, not you. We almost certainly will get them onto a 50-point bat rep. Maybe we'll have a menagerie kind of bat rep. We could have the pig and the elk and a horse or something.
Rip Dane off the pig.
Yeah, absolutely. Pig, elk, and a dog maybe.
Pig I win.
So we will get them on the table once I get paid up. They are, I think they're kind of next-ish on my penny queue, so it should be too long.
But we're not going to spend the show discussing 50-point bat reps, are we, Damian?
No, although that was a suggestion.
Yes, but what are we going to discuss?
Oh, not the news and the tournaments and such.
News! The news hasn't changed since last week.
Gundabats? Berserkers, boy?
For tournaments, is what I meant. Sorry.
That's why you
I
said
meant tournaments,
news.
yes.
I think you got away with that. No, it's league final this week.
Yes.
Good luck to everyone who's going.
Yes.
5-star games in Cardiff.
And good luck to everyone who can finish top 1, top 3, top 10, top 20, top 100.
Thomas Harrison, league coordinator. Who's going to win the league?
You.
That would be quite the result.
I'll fiddle a spreadsheet.
Make it happen.
How much you
imagine
got?
announcing it. A shock twist.
Do we know
They
that?
really want it. What do you think?
I think it's very tough for Ed to do it now. It's between Ed and Jay. Ed basically needs to win.
Ed has to win it.
Do you want the permutations?
No, I know the permutations.
No, you don't.
I don't need a phone. I do know.
What are the permutations?
Ed has to win it, and Jay has to come 4th or lower.
Well, let's wait. Good content. Wait. All right, here we go. So we've done Entwistle not winning in Stirling. It's just between Ed and Jay. With Jay winning in Stirling, it makes it very interesting. So Jay has won 4 events this year, giving him a perfect score of 400 for the first time, which I think we mentioned last week.
Perfect, 5 out of 7.
So for Ed to win the league, he must win the event in Cardiff to match that score. Even second place will hand Jay the league. So that's pretty simple.
It's also something I said a while back.
Yeah, wait. Ties are then settled by checking the 5th best score, 6th best score, and so on, and we will get to the so on. Okay.
I can't wait for the so on.
If Ed wins and Jay comes second, Jay will win the league based on his 5th best score. If Ed wins and Jay comes third, Jay will win the league based on his 7th best score. If Ed wins the league and Jay finishes 4th, and the event has 39 or more players, then Jay will win the league based on his 7th best score.
That's the bit I missed.
If Ed wins and Jay finishes 4th, and the event has exactly 38 players, Jay will win the league based on his 8th best score. If there are fewer than 38 players in Cardiff and Ed wins, Jay must finish on the podium, i.e. not 4th, or Ed will win based on his 7th best score. Phew.
So my 10-second response to this half an hour ago was correct unless there's 38 people going.
No, it's... Yes. And
Are
even
there?
then... No, Jay can afford to finish 4th if there are 38 or more players. But if there are fewer than 48, then he needs to finish 3rd.
Are there 38?
I don't know.
I don't think there's 38.
Sell some tickets this week.
Make it interesting.
Do it. We need...
So Jay's got a podium at a
yes.
tournament, really.
Yes. The other notable news is that...
Totally got that right.
Yeah, that was...
Totally got that right.
That was pretty good. The other notable news is that Dan Entwistle has leapfrogged Harry Moore into a podium position place, meaning that there is no GBHL host in the top 3.
Oh.
Would that be the first year that a GBHL host doesn't finish in the top 3? No.
Nah,
What about last year? No.
So I like it when you argue yourself. Just a lie.
Sam Jeffrey has pushed David Reed out of the top 10. Shame for David
Am I
Reed.
still in the top 10
Yes,
after...
I think you're 9th.
Oh.
Or 8th. Yeah, you're there or
I
there.
jumped somehow with
Grinstead.
Grinstead.
Yeah.
It's a spectacular result.
And going into the final event, the best newcomer award is a 4-horse race, essentially between Martin Seed, James Wilson, Luke Midgley, and Alessandro Corradini, with Martin currently in the lead.
Cool.
So it really just depends on if someone new can do well in that last event.
So it's looking very good for Jay, but if anyone can pull a win out of the bag, it's Mr. Edward Ball.
Yes.
Let's face it, you wouldn't be surprised if he managed to.
No.
What Jay really doesn't want then, I guess, and I'm not saying he wouldn't beat him, but he doesn't want to play Ed in the last game. So if he plays in the last game and loses, he could then drop down out of the top 3.
Yeah.
Of course, if he plays him in the last game and wins, he's laughing. But I imagine that's the worst result.
All the pressure's on Ed because he has to win, which is never a good scenario going into a tournament, but then, you can rock up to Ardicon and win it, so
yeah, exactly.
It's the same equation.
Should be very interesting. I can't wait to see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
In other news, the Gundabad Berserkers are out today.
Were they?
Were they?
Yeah.
I mean today.
Today.
In the way they're watching it.
Yeah.
They come out this Friday.
It's amazing.
Did that not... that really surprised me.
How many are you getting?
452.
Okay. How many are you getting?
6.
6.
I
Not
think
12?
I'll get 6. No, I don't think I need
You don't want a
12
warband? How many Berserkers and Ferals do you have?
I have 21 Ferals and 18 Berserkers.
So how many Gundabad Berserkers do you need?
Well, 39 is the total of that, isn't it?
There you go.
Oh, I don't need 6. I'm not it's not that competitive.
But they have interchangeable weapons, which
Yeah.
means that you can make 6 different... Is it 6?
So you can make more than 6, because 2 are the head swap, and they've got 3 different kinds of weapons.
Yeah.
So there's lots of choices in there. It's more like, it's not to say I won't get more in the future, but just in terms of, I've got loads of Forger vouchers for my birthday, and I kind of want to eke it out a bit, and I don't think I necessarily need, for my purposes, to paint 12 Berserkers now, so I'm going to get 6.
But Berserkers could be... We've still not birthdayed.
It's not birthday, no. Yeah, give me some Berserkers.
And then you give me
But yeah,
equal number
I will
of
certainly
Berserkers.
get some on Friday. Are you getting some?
Yes.
How many are you getting?
72.
How many are you getting?
I don't know, probably 12.
Why are we doing this fake one? Probably 12, fair enough.
Yeah, they're cool. I really like... I don't know, I just... The detail on them seems really cool.
Yeah,
when
they're
when you've seen them in
gorgeous.
the cabinet.
And there's so much... But I hated them. I hated them in the movie. I thought they looked
The CGI.
horrible and CGI
Yeah.
and rubbish. And Keith's done an amazing job at making them look better.
Real.
It's like... I think it's like how I thought about Azog when the model first came out. He looked better as a model than he did in the first film, I think. And I think the same with the Berserkers. They look like they'll fit in with the army in a way they don't fit in the film.
I think they look great.
Which is very exciting.
So yes, very excited about that.
We also had the houses, which
Yes!
I don't think we talked about last week. The Lake Town
For
houses.
some
now
bizarre
are
reason with... You could either get 1 or 3.
And so the debate is between getting 1 or 3. How many did you get?
That's the debate. 3. I didn't go for a 1, I got a 3.
Yeah. And then
Some more 3s.
12?
Maybe.
12 houses, Thomas.
Yeah, make a board out of that.
Drunk on plastic.
Well,
What's your thinking with that?
to make a board out of it.
Are you planning on doing that? Is that
Yeah,
sharp
in the
priority list?
pipeline.
Yeah. How long's the pipeline?
I don't know. I need to hire people to do my work. As in, do my actual job.
They're
So I
very
can just
cool.
do it. Yeah.
Ludicrously cool.
I don't know. I thought they were good value, and
No.
I don't know.
I didn't.
For a Games Workshop kit, I'm not trying to bash the
Well, hey!
prices, but not trying to bash the prices. But that for me felt like that they was potentially cheap relative to some other things that they sell. So I was really pleased with the price.
That's a great price point, but I just thought you need to. I think.
Did you get any?
No, I think you need to do what you did. You need 12 to make a board, and I didn't want to do that.
Yeah, that was my decision.
And I also thought, like, even if I get them, I'm not going to do anything with them. So it'd be almost, I don't want to say spiteful, but it would be me buying them just to put them in a box somewhere. Mm-hmm. So they're a plastic kit, and hopefully the way the hobby's going, they're not going anywhere anytime soon. Mm-hmm. And so if I really want some down the line, I can. And you got 12.
Yes.
Which is the other thing. Tom sorted that.
Yeah.
But
it's, it's something that will make great backdrop scenery for some sort of publication in the future, I'm sure.
Don't get your hopes up.
No.
We're talking about 2020.
Yeah. Yeah.
But now they're out of stock.
Yeah, that was amazing. They went out 2 days. 2 days.
Something like that, yeah. The multi-pack and the single pack, just like the book is.
Yeah. It seems like GW have been, I don't know, either it takes them a while to produce quite a lot, so they have shorter runs, or that they've just set lower targets given maybe what happened after the first film, and they seem to be smashing every one.
Yeah, well, I don't know if it is made, I don't have a clue how they make decisions, if it is any sort of top-down pressure where they're sort of saying, okay, well, The Hobbit didn't do particularly over the last few years, so the first few releases we stagger, and then this is awesome because it's then smashed them, so then hopefully, that's why I'm quite keen on the Berserkers, because I know I want the Berserkers, I'm going to get them on Friday if they pre-order on Friday.
So yes, well done.
I'm very excited about that.
Well done, GW.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of, it feels like, I don't know, it feels like we're going back to where we were in an unexpected journey where we had stuff coming out all the time.
That was what was great about Berserkers, like, because everyone had fixated on the book's date and the house date, and the Berserkers have sort of come out of nowhere almost, which is quite cool. But yeah, it's very, very cool, very exciting, and it seems all very bright.
So yeah, pick up your Berserkers today, but after we've managed to get ours.
Yeah, absolutely. Or tomorrow if I don't know if they're pre-ordered. Oh, he said Friday, didn't he?
Yeah.
On the post, I think. I don't know. But yes, it's very exciting.
Very exciting.
Very exciting.
Indeed. Is that it for news, or do we have any more news?
Weathertop's back. Weathertop's coming out.
Oh, yeah.
In the catalogue.
Yeah.
This all kind of came from that catalogue.
Will you be getting it?
You.
Not at all.
Nah. Same sort of real. I don't have 250 quid, and I probably wouldn't paint it, and I don't have a burning desire for it. Tom?
Was that a pun on Burning Brand at Weathertop?
If you like.
Okay. I'll probably get it. Given that
we seem to have swapped.
Like,
I reckon about 2 years ago I was buying everything, you go, nah, I don't fancy it. And now you're like, I'm having everything.
I did then go back and get everything.
And you got a massive promotion.
Yeah, that kind of helps with ease the load on.
Share the load. But you don't.
For me, it feels like it's at 80% off, because whatever it was £900 or whatever it was going for.
That's a spectacularly delusional way of looking at it, isn't it?
But it makes me feel better about spending that much money on a piece of resin.
Yes. So you can do it.
I don't know.
Yeah, certainly. Compared to 2 weeks ago, it's a bargain.
I'll have to run it past Lily, because she'll get very cross. Maybe I just...
Don't
tell her or don't buy it?
Don't run it against. I thought that was going to be I'll have to run it past Lily. Maybe I just won't.
Yeah.
I don't know, get it if you want.
Yeah. Oh, you have Black Friday news. Did you talk about your Black Friday news?
I haven't talked about my Black Friday news. Do you want the whole hilarious story of Black Friday?
Probably not on the internet.
No, not that one. I ordered 2 of the trolls, and there's a code from Weta on Black Friday, because I got 1 last year. I got Bert last year, and I ordered William and Tom, and the one of them couldn't be delivered to the UK because he was out of stock in the EU warehouse, and it was a huge saving. It was a saving of about they're 60 quid each, and they went down to like 30 quid or something. So they become really, really affordable, and I wanted the other 2. And my mum's got a friend who lives in America. Yeah.
Do you want to show
it? This is Bert. Damian included for scale.
And which one is he in the GW book?
Yep. And so this is Bert. Lovely, lovely thing. Really, really cool. Really, very funky. And I wanted to pick the others up, and I was hoping they were going to be on offer like they were last year. And there was an offer if you got 2, and it was a little discount code for 2 trolls. And one of them couldn't be delivered to the UK. My mum's got a friend who lives in America, and I checked. I put her address in because I ended up getting one. I think last year I got Bilbo delivered to her, and they could deliver it to there, and it was cheap. I was like, oh, brilliant! And so I emailed my mum, basically saying, look, here's the details. Here's how you would do it. Do you think Anne will be up for this game? She said, yeah, absolutely. Forwarded it on, and I was thinking, I'll order it, put her address in, all will be well. At which point, about half an hour later, an email, I get order confirmations coming through for both trolls bought at full value by my mum's friend. I was like, oh, no. And so it turns out she'd seen the email essentially, then gone and got them. I was like, brilliant.
Without the Black Friday deal.
Without the Black Friday deal. So then I went and did it anyway, we were emailing back and forth, did it, got the code, and they've arrived now, so my mum's poor friend has got 4 trolls, including 2 discounted, 2 at full price.
Keep to yourself.
You'll know what, like that, don't you? And we've got a return too.
Yeah.
But the other thing is I got a very, very good, so they should hopefully be coming over, I don't know, next time she's over. But I did get a very, very good deal on some of the dwarf figures.
Are they bigger?
They're the same, I think they're a bit bigger, they're this sort of size. They're not the big one, they do 2 scales, they're not the big ones, but the Thorin's company. They've got Thorin, Dwalin, Balin and Bofa.
Nice.
And they're all coming over. So I'm very excited about them, they've been dispatched. So yeah, loads of Black Friday
Why
stuff.
specifically those 4? Are they your favourite 4?
I think Thorin's awesome, and it's Thorin. And then Dwalin and Balin are a decent pairing, and Emma really likes Bofa.
Okay.
And yeah, they're up there with my favourite 4, but they're also some of the cooler poses, I think. Yeah.
Cool.
So yeah, lots of Black Friday stuff as well. Very, very exciting. So it's a great time to be a Hobbit fan buying loads of stuff.
That's the news, I think. I think that's the news.
It's nice to have news again.
Yeah. The Great British Hobby League schedule for next year will be coming out hopefully over this weekend, or at least the draft schedule, so that people can at least start semi-planning. The problem is, obviously, we can't confirm everything now, and the big one is Ardacon isn't in the calendar as yet because James has to sort stuff out at the hotel.
Really?
I think we said that on the Speak Friendly question.
James said that on the Speak
James said that on the correct. So yes, on to this week's topic, which we
about an hour ago put it to the people.
To the people.
Because we didn't have a topic. There could be some new ones.
Because let's clarify, we weren't being sarcastic. We could talk about the book, obviously, but because as a channel we do them as separate videos, we thought we'd keep any detail on the book. I mean, we could do first impressions, but I think we'll find a way to get that into the separate videos.
As you're watching, what day is it? Wednesday. Yeah, as you're watching this, you've probably seen the first one from Jay and Steve. Yeah. And then basically we're all doing, myself and Tom have got 2 or 3. We've done 2.
Have we?
Yes, we have by the time they watch this. And we're going to be doing the 3rd one, and Harry and Jamie will be doing the rest. And we'll be talking about the book in detail, so we didn't really want to talk about the book.
The new book has forced the GBHL podcast to be organised.
Yeah, absolutely. So... yeah, as what we weren't actually joking. We decided that we wouldn't just talk about the book in general because it kind of steals the thunder of the other videos, I guess. Yeah. And so instead we put it to the people. And whilst we're not gonna, we did. I thought we might get like 1 or 2 comments on this.
Yes.
And it was amazing.
How many comments?
I don't know. There's about 30 or 40 or something. Mm-hmm. So we could do this as an episode of Speak Friend and Question and go through them all, which we're not going to do. But I thought it might be good to comment review. Some of these. We have picked one though. We picked our main topic.
And the winner is. But we'll go through them first.
So Oliver said how to get more girls into the hobby, which is interesting. Sam was like an entire episode of 50-point bat reps. Mm-hmm. That would be good. Billy said how the hobby takes over your life and you start posting personal stuff in a nerd Facebook group because you're struggling to know the difference between reality and fantasy. And that was a reference to me accidentally posting a normal status.
A technological numpty.
Yes.
That's what you mean.
Emma was talking about competitive versus casual. Louis had a crack at Team Knots. Ian said, how do you enjoy your games? Do you do it while staring at a photograph of Tom Pickard? And Tom Pickard said he normally plays games with a mirror on the other side and just looks at himself. And then goes on to describe what he's wearing. The best, most OP models. Jonathan Davis asked how to order SPG magazine. You know how! Chris Murphy asked why Scotland is the greatest country. Thoughts?
No.
As Billy says, they probably have been the most sensible country of 2016.
Yeah.
Owen again is how Ed moving to Manchester will change the league and his heart. Something about scenario play. The topic could be whether or not the fact that we don't have a topic is a joke. That's a dream within a dream.
Dream within a dream.
Material from old white dwarfs, or parts of the hobby do you enjoy best. David Whitaker says, I'd love to know your feelings on fan-edited versions of The Hobbit, which I'm pretty sure we talked about last week.
Or in Speak Friendly Question that has just come out.
Oh, is that what it was in? Oh, well, check that out. Oh, that explains that. I was like, dude,
watch the show.
you watch it, but you haven't watched it. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, it's in Speak Friendly Question. Spoilers. Thoughts on 2017 league with the new models. Larry Miller thinks we should just talk about David Whitaker's washing machine. That gets 7 likes, by the way. David Whitaker posts a photo of his washing machine. Glorfindel being retooled. How to avoid Viking raids. That was from Andreas Johnson, which actually really put me in mind of a book, one of my favourite books. I'm not sure if you're familiar with it. It's called How to Avoid Huge Ships. Are you familiar with it?
No.
If you go onto Amazon, here's a treat for you. This is a real book, How to Avoid Huge Ships. Right. And it gets it's got 110 reviews, and it does very, very positively, and it really it's well worth a look. As an individual played with chronic no, not that one. So one got 4 stars. On finding out the existence of this book, I immediately set off to purchase it. I and my family have been plagued by issues and tragedy from huge ship-related incidents. I thought this would finally bring to an end. Unfortunately, as I approached the only local bookshop that had not sold out of this essential tome, the shop was destroyed by a huge ship that came out of nowhere. If only the people around the bookshop had made time to read this book, their livelihood could have been saved. I still live in despair, but hope that others were able to access the book before too much damage was done to their lives. And on and on and on. Go and read the reviews. It is spectacular.
Is it an actual book though?
It's a real book.
Huge.
There's a bunch of stuff on Amazon that just it's so absurd. The reviews are just trolling. There used to be a box art print of Paul Ross, like a 20-inch picture of Paul Ross. I think it's Jonathan Ross's brother, the astrologist, and it was like a 20-inch one. It was like fantastic. Finally, the 20-inch version, just as my 16-inch version was getting worn out and all this sort of stuff. So that's been taken down. Dave Frederick says Tom's facade of an engagement. We all know he still has a thing for me, as in Dave. How to raise money for there and back in because you're broke. Most interesting themed list. How long Forge World makes Hobbit minis before making them go out of production. Is that to do with how long Forge World makes Hobbit minis before making them go out of production? Is that like how long they'll be on sale?
Yeah. Maybe before they. Does he mean out of production or in terms of sell before they have to restock?
About 3 days at the moment. Maybe longer, who knows. What kind of dinosaurs hybrids were in Jurassic World 2?
Hybrids.
And David Murphy says, and how Daisy and Tifa feel about this. Does There and Back Again mean future events will purely emphasise theme? Has Damian's guts return to where they belong? Yes, thank you. Do we really need locking mechanisms on the vehicle doors? Thank you, Larry. Are the Dwarves' new Rams going to be made by Dodge? Dodge Ram. That's a car joke, isn't it? Fossils, great because they were dinosaurs or great because they're rocks? 1, 2, 3, dinosaurs. How do magnets work? Why everyone should come to Norway in June for that's for Andreas' event Archon 33.
spamming
go to Archon 33.
Adverts.
Matthew Davis suggested something about basing miniatures. 2017 league schedule, done it. An in-depth review of 18 games. Larry's 5th comment. An episode on the Blue Wizards or what you guys think we'll see going forwards. Whatever's in front of you. And terrain. So thank you. That's amazing. Like everyone sending all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
But the one we picked, which we went with a very kind of sensible and solid and clever and scientific way of picking 40 comments of picking it, which was the first one.
Yeah.
Was by Jay Finnegan, which was keeping interest and avoiding burnout in SVG.
Mm-hmm.
Seconded by Josh Pete Triffett, and then actually Ben Camp commented on the same thing further down. So that's what we're going to go for.
Okay.
Well, thank you, that was amazing. Maybe we'll do this every week.
Perhaps.
So yes, keeping interest and avoiding burnout. Obviously we want to hear your thoughts.
Yeah.
Tom.
Yes.
How do you do it?
I don't know. I'm pretty burnt out with the whole thing, to be honest. Just gonna leave. I don't know.
Use your words.
Alright, the question is about the hobby, but
yes.
There's different parts of the hobby. So you have painting, or you have tournaments, or you have do you want to do it? So yeah, painting, tournaments.
Yeah.
What else do we have?
Like other games, gaming.
Yeah. Oh, chilled games.
Then we have other things like the channel and the magazine.
Yes. So balancing all that is pretty tough sometimes, because it is a hobby. I think that tournaments I definitely have. If there's too many in a short space of time, I don't have burnout, but it's A, expensive, B, time away, and the other thing is that I don't know. I find it harder to be enthused about my list if it's all in close, quick succession. I quite like having a bit more time in it. You can get more excited about the tournaments again.
So the term hobby burnout, what do you think I mean? What is it?
I don't know, where you decide to not do it for a while. I guess because I don't know, if you do something a lot, can sometimes be a bit meh. Why?
I feel like that sometimes.
When you're listening to me talk on the phone.
No. Just spending time with you.
Okay.
Has it happened to you? Do you feel like you've burnt out?
There have been times where I'm like, I would ordinarily go to this tournament, but I don't really want to go to another tournament because I've been to so many recently. So that's one. I'm not burnt out with painting at the moment. It's actually, I've not been doing painting really at all, but that's because I'm busy with real life stuff, and that's the thing that's had to drop because I've got 4 or 5 other hobby things and you can't do all of them. We don't really get magazine burnout. It's more we like to have a chill out after we've released one, because we're dealing with posting at that point and emails, but B, because it's nice to not have to just read stuff. Yeah. I get burnt out from reading, so after the magazine goes out, I just don't read anything.
Not anything at all?
I'm too in edit mode that I just don't want to read anything. Unless it's really, really easy stuff.
So that's not even a hobby necessarily, but because you spend so long proofreading the magazine, that then turns you get reading burnout.
Yeah. So I might go back to reading a children's book or something, but I don't want to read anything difficult.
Amazing.
But like
Spot?
No, like Alex Rider type.
Right, okay.
That kind of level.
Dan Brown or
young teenage level. Not Tolkien.
No.
Yeah. Then, so that's tournaments, painting, casual gaming. Not really burnout. I just don't think do it enough. Yeah. But I can definitely see. There are definitely times when I've done loads of painting and then I get to the point where I'm like, I'm a bit bored of doing, not bored, but I've been doing this same army over and over again, and it's nice to sometimes throw in a specific model so that you can have a break. You got that from your Mirkwood Elves. You very much got almost burnt out.
Don't take me back there. I've nearly got over that. Don't make me go back to the red and gold.
Yeah, so I don't know if that's answering the question particularly, but those are my first thoughts on it.
Well, I think I get it with the tournaments thing. There was one tournament. Was it the one in? It was the Filthy Orcs, was it? The Sutton one, which was the first tournament I really think that I could have gone to, but I made a rational decision not to. And it wasn't just that I don't want to go to it. It was money as well. But it was that kind of, I'm free that weekend and I could, but the league's grown so much that I really love going to those events, but I can't keep going to them. I can't keep losing 3 days, and even the travelling time is quite draining. Like I have a fairly, I'm not saying I'm special in this way, but I have a fairly intense job. Like it takes quite a lot of it comes home with me in the weekend.
He talks about his magazine.
It comes home in the evenings.
Yeah,
and
you definitely have periods of horrendousness.
Yeah,
and then periods of
I feel like
niceness.
As most people do, I'm sure. I feel like I need my weekends. Then if I have a tournament and as soon as I left work, I've driven for 4 hours and then come back at midnight on the Sunday, I often don't feel like I'm relaxed. I feel like it takes something out of me.
You don't get the relax, and you're then having to play catch up on jobs during the week, which isn't a problem if you're going to tournaments once a month or whatever it is. But then if you have real life weekends where you're away doing stuff, it just builds up, and you never have a weekend at home where you're just chilling out and doing a few odd jobs.
My thing recently, which isn't quite, it's not quite burnout, it's almost the opposite, is that I've been getting really frustrated with how little I've been doing. That I'm so, and it's about, it dials in with that how do you maintain interest, that I'm so excited about doing so many things and I'm not doing any of them.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with that a lot, because I want to do so much painting. I'm at that point where I just think I just really need to take a sabbatical from work to do all this.
Because I did the hobby vlog, I think about a month ago, where I assembled all the dwarfs, and then I started painting Dane. And I was thinking, brilliant, he'll be done soon. And then I haven't painted anything in about 3 weeks, including him. And I started this week again. I did a bit, which was very exciting. I was like, right, so I need to do him. And then I've got the blister, and I've got at least 12 of the Iron Hills Warriors. And then I'm also really excited about doing my Lake Town stuff now at last. Particularly with the new book and the kind of the idea of getting the kids and stuff. I quite want to get the militia done. And then I'm also really excited about the Berserkers and getting them done. And I'm also really excited about the Champions of Erebor. Yes. And I really want to do all of these things and paint all these things. And I'm also, I'm obviously very excited about April, but I'm very, very aware that I need to get these things done in the next 4 months, pre-baby, really, before everything slows down. And then I just haven't had any time. Yeah. And it's been doing my nutting, and then genuinely getting me to the point where I've been like, well, I don't want to pack everything in, but that kind of, well, there's no point, because I paint slowly at the best of times, and I don't really know the way past that. But then this week I deliberately started doing things like putting my phone down, and I found some painting time. And I very deliberately tried to stop avoiding time sinks.
Because I don't know, I think for me I've lost painting, not through time sinks like that, but so at the moment Lily's doing a part-time job, so it means that when she is at home, we can't just sit there and me do some painting and she does something else. We're always, let's do a board game or let's do something active together. So I've lost time where I would potentially paint there, and I've definitely been a lot more busy at weekends, because I definitely got a lot of painting done by having, because there were fewer tournaments back in the day. That's had it. I think the amount of tournaments I'm going to has had an impact on my painting, and I think the biggest thing is things like the magazine just takes up so much hobby time that I don't know. I need to be awake for when I paint. So, and I get home late in the evening.
Most people do.
But
I don't know. Maybe that's how Steve does it.
Yeah.
It's just painting asleep.
But yeah, I need to be pretty alert when I'm painting. Otherwise, I won't do a good job, or I'll get frustrated.
You do that. I do that sometimes. I was doing it on the Mirkwood Elves, where I was like, you sit there and you sort of go, and it's like, oh, it's only 11. I've got another hour of painting time. Repeat. That was not a good time. No. That happens to me. It's like, and then you're like, that's not fair. Yeah. I've got an hour of painting time, and a stupid body won't let me.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I think for me, I need to kind of plan into my week, as weird as it sounds. The painting, I need to be like, look, I need to get this done during the week. So when I leave work, I need to be in the mindset of when I get back, I'm going to be really efficient in the evening, so I can do my painting early. Yeah. But do the few little jobs that I need to do, and then boom, onto painting.
But that's kind of like how I feel, because I tend to get home from work a bit earlier than Emma, and I stay up later than her. So that middle part of the evening is a no-go really, because I'm dinner together and you want to spend some time together. And so part of it for me is getting in and not watching the telly and not having a cup of tea, but just kind of getting in and
just getting on with
and doing it. And I think that for me is a big thing, like a really big thing in trying to be productive with it, which is avoiding these time sinks. And Facebook is one of them, because this is the other thing that we didn't talk about. I think now the Facebook group is part of the hobby.
Mm-hmm.
Like that thing, and it's a wonderful, wonderful thing. We've got 2,700 members on this group that Dan and Sam started back in the day, and but the amount of if you want to engage in it, it takes a long time,
mm-hmm.
and you know writing posts on your phone, which is never the quickest way to do it, and so I think that kind of something in what James has done, I think, and like having his, you know, I'm not losing a smartphone. I'm not doing that, but what I've started trying to do is
not use it.
Imagine there are times where I don't have a smartphone.
You can buy those things that you lock it for a certain amount of time.
Yeah, you can,
or
but
you
then
can just
equally I think I'm an adult. You know, I was like, I can deal with this. Actually, whenever people say, "Oh, you know what you could do? You could delete the app." What?
Don't tempt me for it.
It's like you could delete the app off your phone. I was like, yeah, I could, but that'd be really annoying when I want to check the app.
Probably just
put
sit there downloading the app.
Yeah, it's like, what's the point of that? But you should, of all these things, you should be able to just go, I'm not going to look at it. And that's what I've been trying to do more and more.
Mm-hmm.
And then
I've done that over the last few days. Not necessarily because I'm trying to do hobby time. If I get busy, I'm just like, I'm going to ignore my phone for a bit.
But that's definitely something I've really, really struggled with the last few weeks in particular. This kind of almost the opposite of burnout, but it's having the same effect. Like, I don't want to do anything because I want to do so many things.
Mm-hmm.
Dale was the other one. I really want to do Dale.
I do.
And it's like, I just can't. Now, all those things I've mentioned are, if I'm being utterly honest, by the end of next year, I reckon. And that's quite depressing.
Mm-hmm.
It's quite depressing, and so I find that hard to motivate myself.
Yeah.
So maybe I'm going to chuck this back out there. How should I motivate myself to do it? Yeah, you answer it. I think we're here for.
Well, you could set yourself a goal like Andy. I'm going to be number one in the year.
Yeah, just make
it happen.
Just do something that's exceptionally unlikely, and then just do it. Just win all your games.
There you go. That's what you got. Be like Andy.
be smart. But then and the other thing for us is it is true. I'm not saying like we do enjoy this thing, and this channel has given us a wonderful platform, and the magazine is wonderful. And
terrible for painting time.
Yeah, it's awful. This is essentially an evening now where we could play a game, or 2 games, or I could do 4 hours painting, and instead you
have
do
to see each other.
No. Yeah, because I could sit on my own.
Yeah.
And do this. And we enjoy doing this, but there's an evening gone, and that.
Ooh, why don't we just in 20 years, 30 years, when we retire,
From this?
Yeah.
Or in real life?
Yeah, in both.
Because I ain't going to be retiring in 30 years, the way the world's going.
Whenever we retire, we can have rather than meet up and do the thing, we just meet up and do painting time.
Yeah, that'd be nice, but I probably won't be able to see. That'll be the way the world will screw me over on that one.
Yeah, it takes up an awful lot of time. And the other thing for me, I don't know if you have the same, is that you generally have a lot to do in the evening. It makes you feel tired. I'm tired because I have to come here, because coming here is an absolute pain in the backside because the transport's terrible. Nothing to do with him. But he did move away from the train station. That was not very thoughtful.
Yeah, I'm sorry. He says like terrible. I'm a mean man like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Didn't even think about you.
Add the bus journey.
Not even once did I consider that.
No. But yeah, it takes a long time to get here, and then the journey's not particularly comfortable because you have to stand a lot of the way. So yeah, it just makes me more tired than I would be if I was just doing my normal day.
Yeah.
But
this isn't a moan about the show. No. It does have an impact on you.
It just has an effect on painting, because when I get home the next day, I'm usually quite I don't know, we'll probably go to bed earlier the night after this.
Yep.
Because we're just tired and don't really want to have to think hard about painting the next day.
Yeah. My hope is that at Christmas I'm going back to my folks for a fair bit, and I'm going to do loads of cleaning up there. Like I did last year, I cleaned up the Gunderbads and I cleaned up the Champions Variable. Champions Variable are sitting over there just as white as they were a year ago.
The Gunderbads?
Yeah, the Gunderbads I smashed, but that was over the summer. I
get more time.
I honestly don't know how I did that, looking back on it, how I managed to do it, but I just had a lot of... It was in that gap of the magazine.
Well, you got motivated by the tournament.
Yeah, but there was also everything else fell into place. I couldn't get motivated by a tournament if it was during term time when we were trying to produce a magazine, And I think that the magazine is an important thing that if you I know you don't do hobby vlogs, but if you watch my hobby vlogs throughout the year, you'll see that at the start of the year I was actually quite productive. I had about 2 months where I was doing at least like a hero a week or something, and it was looking really promising for my 2016 box. And then there's like 2 months of nothing, or 3 months of nothing, which is when we're doing issue 3. And then it kind of picks up again for all the Gundabad's, and then it's gone to nothing, and then it goes to nothing again when we were doing issue 4, and that's kind of, I haven't really got out of that.
You had a bigger year though, like from a job perspective, by having the exam stuff.
Yes, this is true. Yeah.
So,
and it is hard.
Yeah, but jobs take over. My problem is that I leave for work at 10 to 7 on a normal day, and get home at about 7:45, and then have to cook. And then by the time I've finished eating, it's like 9 o'clock. So even if I want to just then sit down and paint, I'm pretty tired and really not in the mood. As much as I would love to paint. And it's weird because I had the same conversation with my dad before I started working myself. I was sixth form and doing my painting, and I was like, why don't you paint in the evening? You just sit there and you're awake till late, but you're not. Why don't you go and do because it's railway modelling, but why don't you come and do some modelling? He'd be like, I'm just not in the right mindset, and I get it now. Like when you've had a really tough day at work, you don't necessarily want to then spend time concentrating on hobby stuff. You just want to do an easier thing.
Yeah. It's not. I'm not necessarily certain for us. It's the burnout that they were talking about. But it's definitely there. It's definitely that's my struggle at the moment.
I think my burnout's not from having the hobby for doing the hobby so much. It's more from things like real life job making me tired.
It burns you out and not wanting to do the hobby. The magazine's been a good motivator for us. I've noticed that. Like it doesn't work every time, but for issue 2 I got all my dwarfs done, and for issue 3, like I got the Mirkwood elves done over a period of time. You got all the spiders done. We tend to
and Gundabad.
Yeah, we tend to get a fair bit painted in advance of that, and so that's obviously what we are in some way gearing up to for the next one. Like we know what's going to be in the next one and what we have to get painted by what time, but it's just a reality thing. At the moment we don't. Maybe it's that deadline thing that for that doubles tournament it was that deadline, and somehow I found the time to do it. And now at the moment, because we don't have an actual deadline, maybe we should try and release issue 5 by Christmas. See if we can get a load of stuff. Huh? You fancy that?
You will have an empty magazine.
Unlikely.
Well, it'll have text in, but no photos.
No pictures.
No pretty.
So, I don't know, how do you maintain interest?
I think it'll be good having a catch up with us once it's the new year and we're thinking forward about what we're going to do. Because I think, reflectively, I don't think I've had a good year hobby-wise from a painting perspective. The magazine's been brilliant. I've enjoyed the tournaments I've been to. There's been some amazing tournaments this year. So it's been a good hobby year. Yeah. But on a personal note, my productivity has been woeful.
Well, I was aiming
You've been okay.
I was aiming for 52 models.
I think you've been okay.
That was that's why I wanted to do more than last year. It started off really well, then dipped off, but then I smashed the Gundabad's, which is about 30 models for that army.
So I think you might be in and around your target.
Yeah. I'm probably a bit under, but hopefully the year's nearly over now, let's be honest. I might get some more work on the dwarfs done. I'd really like to get 12 of the dwarfs and a ballista and Dane done next, and then I think I'll move on. Because the other thing, I'll tell you, this is a hell of my own creation, and it's not a hell because but Matt Davis, the Generation Shift, lovely bases. I'm now using his bases for everything because I think they're glorious. But then that's a different painting task. It's not. However long my old bases took, and they did take, I don't know, 15 minutes per model each or something, but it still felt like finishing the model. Whereas now I'm like, oh god, no, because I've got to paint the bases as well as painting the models. And
it's almost like a horse.
I've been edge highlighting.
Like a cavalry model.
I've been edge highlighting the bricks. And so now it's like, well, I need a week to do the bases.
It's not worth it, mate. Don't look that good.
Thank you.
I know, they look great.
And so that's the kind of... I think I found that when I did the Mirkwood Elves, that you start putting more time into your models, which then slows you down even further, which then makes the progress harder to see and this sort of stuff. And that's where I've really got depressed in the last 5 weeks with Dane. where it's like I've nearly painted a model.
Yeah.
You know?
But it is a mighty fine
Yeah.
model.
I think he's looking alright, but it's just... I'm struggling with that. Honestly?
Yeah. Live hobby vlog.
Look at his kind of armour and his beard's done.
He's sweet. He's awesome.
It's a nice model. The red needs kind of highlighting up and stuff.
Yes.
But yeah, his face and head's done.
Doing the white there.
I like the white. It's on snow. About the 5 armies.
He's really cool.
Yeah, we come along.
Yeah.
There you go, kiddie. Says an impromptu hobby vlog for you. There's my Dane as he currently stands. On pig.
Anyway, yes, so that's our thoughts on Hobby Burnout.
It's a good topic.
And with that, we'll see if Dane can beat 5 Gundabad in our 50-point bat round.
Is it Dane?
It's not Dane.
Or is it Dane's mates?
Dane's old ex-mate.
Ex-mates, they fell out. Who will you be challenging the might of Gundabad with this week?
This year, I will be challenging them with a host, or 5.
It's a host.
A host. 4 Warriors of Erebor in some shape or form, and Thrain the Broken.
Obviously.
Who has appeared before on a 50-point bat round.
The Broken's a regular, I believe.
Was he with Alfred?
He was with Alfred. Wasn't the plan that you would give him might to boost his character?
Yeah.
So there is potential, if Tom rolls well, to get a dwarf. Oh! New Thrain the Broken.
Let's have a look at new.
First new Thrain the Broken, where he becomes an evil model.
Oh.
You'll be pleased to see he's got a bit worse. So if you fail your courage test, he becomes one of the evil model. He doesn't stand there.
No.
Nope. What?
This is going to go badly.
There you go. If the courage test fails, the evil player controls Thrain if he was one of his own.
Brilliant.
Models. So just don't fail the courage test.
Yeah. But does he strike? Is he a Denethor?
Oh no, he strikes.
You can't strike.
Good models
him,
cannot target him with missile power.
Brilliant.
Cannot make strikes against him.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Alright.
So he has to take it. He can't be forced to automatically pass it.
Yeah.
So if you've got any of your other dwarves who've got aura commands, that isn't going to work on him. So yeah, we'll see. Is it going to backfire? Will Thrain kill the dwarves, or will Tom become a dwarf lord and smash up the Gundabads? Let's go and find out. Cool. So here we are. We have the defending champions. They've won 2 games. 5 Gundabad Orcs with shield. We actually realised that as of there and back again, because these have all dropped a point, this is actually only a 45-point army. So they're playing at a deficit. But we're going to keep it as it was because they're the defending champions. And over here we have the challengers. We have a Grimhammer. We have 3 Warriors of Erebor with... 2 Warriors of Erebor with Spear and Shield. 1 Warrior of Erebor with axe with shield, and Thrain the Broken.
Yes, indeed.
And with that, we'll go into first turn priority. I have a 1.
I have a 3.
Wanderer's 6s have failed me.
I have a throwing weapon.
6. You do have a throwing weapon.
But I'm too lazy.
Come up to 11.
Courage test before priority, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Well, that was
Stop cheating.
All right, Thrain the Broken gets a double 2. Dwarf Lord for you.
He's not a dwarf.
No.
He will charge the Warrior of Erebor here.
Oh.
Yes. You'll
charge.
It's firefighting tactics.
Oh no, who did he charge the Warrior?
He charged this guy, yeah.
So
Just the 2 in?
3 of them.
3 of them in?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll run forward towards the squabbling dwarfs. Excellent stuff. Sorry, the Broken chronic library.
Would you like to set the bar with throwing?
Oh, throwing.
I'm shielding.
Fainting. It's a 5.
Apparently 12.8% of my dice throws landed on the table last game.
That's shocking.
So, first dwarf shielding.
No.
Second dwarf shielding.
No.
Come on. Stop it. Third dwarf shielding.
What's a legend? He's going to kill the one he charged. He's strength 3.
Oh my.
6 dice, 4 highest from Tom, and the Warrior of Erebor goes down. Outstanding start from Thrain.
I'm not going to work out the probability of that because it's just going to depress me.
6.
Ah.
I might just try and win with Thrain.
I'm gonna do my courage test with Thrain. Come on, Dwarf Lord.
Okay, he's going to charge this warrior variable with shield.
We still have to do priority, don't we?
Yeah, sorry. I get 5. He's going to charge that warrior variable with shield.
Alright.
I'm quite tempted to let... quite tempting. I think I'll stay where I am.
Oh my word. I will. Right, you're going to protect and shield. This guy is going to move and shoot.
Mm-hmm.
So, shoot phase?
Yep.
So I moved, and it's a shooting weapon, not...
It's a throwing weapon.
It's a throwing weapon.
5+.
5+.
Oh,
No.
that's a shame. Combat.
Yep.
Shall I set the bar again?
Yeah.
Drain the broken, fainting. He gets a 3 this time.
I think I can manage that.
I don't know. I've been
my
hurt
shielding.
before. So you guys win it. You may not strike him.
Yep.
Lol. Sorry.
Yeah. I need to do his
Anyway.
courage test first anyway. Oh,
So it goes to me. So
Highest
he'll
highest with his
charge
courage.
these 2.
Oh my, this has been... The dwarves have been an absolute
This
mess.
guy can get to here. This guy can get to here. Pleasant. This guy's going to come around here.
Would you like to set the bow of Thrain?
Yeah, fainting. 4.
Shielding with the first one.
Go.
Yeah, have some of that Thrain.
Fine.
My Grim Hammer will just act normally.
I've got ancient enemies, so there's no point in me doing anything. Got 5.
So I need a 5-twin.
5, win it. Shame.
Oh no.
Strength 4, so
Yeah.
5 rerolling 1s.
Yeah.
That's
Brilliant.
1 to me and 1 to you.
Oh no, Thrain. Come on, Dwarf Lord. Cart.
Reroll that.
Will not be Dwarf Lord, but...
Shame.
Oh, come on.
Priority.
This has been the most depressing...
I don't know. Goes to you.
Yay.
Tricky.
Damn it. Charge.
Oh well, it'd be rude not to charge here, I suppose. Oh, he'll charge there. He'll go around this guy. He'll charge into here.
Who would you like to go with first?
Thrain will set the bar. Thrain's fainting. Thrain gets a 6. That's... Oh, it's brave. I'm stupid.
Thrain first? 2 attacks?
They're all rerolling ones.
Yeah, we want to see if Thrain kills him.
Oh, obviously, sorry. Oh, shame. 2 1s. There we go. He's on my side though.
Come on, Dwarf.
3
Kill one.
orcs get a 4. There's a good chance here for a little dwarf that could.
Oh my. What
Sad to see.
The Gundavads have just been unstoppable. Ooh.
They've stopped.
They've stopped.
They have stopped.
Let's prolong
That's
the
a
agony.
shame, isn't it?
I could definitely
You can come back.
do
This is
with
where-
a Dwarf
Lord,
Lord
yeah.
right now. Dwarf Lord. This is where we get it. I need double 4 to get it?
Yeah.
No. But he
Is
does.
it a pass? I think it's a pass. I think this goes 3. Oh, this goes 3.
Yay.
Is that the first time you've had it?
Yes. Is you.
Who's going to charge him?
Yeah.
These are going to charge him.
What happens if you kill the dwarf, Thrain survives, and then you have him as an evil model? Do I lose automatically because I have no models?
I'm not going to lie, my hope at this point is to make 50-point battle history by finishing with more models than I started.
Yeah.
So I'm going to shield against Thrain. We've got 4.
Thrain, go on, lad. Who wins on fight
I
value?
think he's fight 3, isn't he?
Yeah, because if he goes up 3 to a dwarf lord.
He is. He's fight 4.
Oh.
He's only gone and done it.
Oh. Fight 4. Does that mean he goes up to 7 as a
No,
dwarf?
it's plus 2. It goes up to 6.
Ooh. Sixes.
I think it's 3.
Sixes.
No, he's certainly not.
No, twos.
Against the little dwarf.
He's
that
not
could.
Bolg against the Mirkwood Ranger.
The little dwarf that could.
Yep, I'm going to strike normally. Set the bar up. No, you set the bar up.
It's a 6.
This is a 6 right here.
If you want to use a Wanderers to get a 6, you do it like that. Ah, would have been good. Okay, so first set of strikes kills him.
Brilliant.
So you're down to Thrain.
Brilliant.
Never forget you're down to Thrain because I let you.
Dwarf Lord. Ah, it's yours.
So it's my model.
It's your
so
model.
I have 6 models.
I think you win. I assume that would be the rules. You have all the models on the table, you win, I'm wiped out.
Still,
He counts as
I've
an
got
evil
control
model.
of him, haven't I? It's not. I think you'd have to play to the death, but I would like the record to show that I've
I
got
think
more
we're
models than I started with.
do we want to carry on?
Do you want to see if Thrain can take all of them? He could be a dwarf.
Yeah, I mean, this turn, do you want to move in?
No.
You can't charge yourself. You
Next
could
turn.
shoot yourself if he had a weapon.
So what? I've got to wait for you to pass this
Yeah.
test. Alright, I'm in.
Alright, so next turn. Thrain Curious Test. 3. What? No, lose.
Okay, we'll stand that.
Alright, next turn.
It's an 8!
Yeah.
He's yours, but he's rubbish.
No, I needed the double.
Sorry. Hello.
It's you.
Oh!
That's right, Thrain will win. He's fight 4.
He is high fight.
So, would you like to set the bar?
Oh, yes. He's a 6. There it is, cheeky Wanderers.
I need a Wanderer 6. I don't think if I had any.
So sad for the young lad. Oh, mum. 3 rerolls. That's 3 wounds.
Yeah.
And then the other, and then the other 5. So that's 5
That
wounds
was really
and a reroll.
bad rolling.
6 wounds.
And still 6 wounds.
Was it bad rolling? 6 wounds, Thrain falls. The Gundabaz don't lose a model. Great success. We'll go into a post-battle battle breakdown.
2 seconds.
Oh, I thought that went well.
I think I was more depressed about that game than my painting in this year.
That'll give you hobby burnout. That one.
Yeah. Bayonet. That was...
Didn't lose a Gundabad.
No, New Thrain.
Yeah.
It's
you enjoy it?
really, really good for evil. OP.
He's not going to be making it into my tournament army. Just throwing the
No.
record.
No.
It was something of a liability for you.
Was. Yes, I think... Well, he's an independent drop, so you could put him over somewhere.
Get the hell away from your army.
Your army. And then watch as he runs away from anywhere of note.
It could be quite good if you do use him as a drop and just put him in a room somewhere and then just have him as a nomad running around.
I think he'll be very fun. He will just be terrible.
But then let's face it, there weren't an awful lot of people taking him beforehand.
No. So yes, I thought it was a very, very, very strong performance from the dwarves. They really...
Yeah, but all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think their mistake was dying to just Thrain.
Yeah, I liked it when Thrain charged one.
Got counter-charged by
And then
2 more.
Six.
Who all shielded. So it was
did-
6 dice.
It would have been a tie as well, that's important.
Yeah.
Because we wouldn't have known that then. I would have thought it was fight 3.
Yeah.
But you didn't even get to that
No.
point because you didn't roll the 5.
Yeah.
So you rolled 6 dice and got 4 highest, which
Yeah.
was a really strange choice. And then, particularly worse was to let me roll a 6 to kill one.
Yeah.
I thought that was good.
Yeah.
He was good. I really enjoyed the turn where I just watched.
Yeah.
Like where I just watched them
Like,
fight. That's
yeah.
really no need for me to go anywhere near
That's a
that.
weird situation. Maybe people have had that with Denethor before.
I think normally you don't have, it's everything's
Just
magnified on a
Denethor.
50
Yeah.
point battle.
Just Denethor left at the end of the game. Oh, now what happens?
Because he is your model, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just he's temporarily under my control.
Yeah.
But yeah, a wonderful, wonderful display. And the Gundabirds, perhaps...
They marched on again, because
perhaps somewhat unlikely.
They were good last week. They've been pretty strong.
But bear in mind, we are entering a brand new era of 50-point bet reps because we're allowed warriors.
I would say high defence rules, but clearly not.
I mean, the hobbits would possibly swarm over that, but
yeah,
it's wonderful. I feel quite excited about the 50-point bat reps again because they're not hard to pick an army for anymore.
We've had 50-point bat rep burnout.
Yeah, and now it's been rejuvenated, much in the way that there and back end, it's not there, has rejuvenated the...
Is it back?
It's over there.
Is it back?
It's full of new Thrain stats.
Yeah.
Has rejuvenated the hobby, which is a very exciting time for everyone.
So, yes, well done to Jay and Adam for getting that released, and thanks for tuning in.
As always, don't forget to comment, like, share and subscribe.
Support your host by clicking the links below.
Follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook.
Support your hobby.
And happy strategy battle gaming. No new ending this week? Oh,
yeah,
it's good.
Something like that.
Yeah.